Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And today with me, I have my colleague here. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello guys, my name is as you know, I'm Pius. We've been here again. We've been talking about etiquette, and today we are still about to drop another highly informative video for you guys to always keep you informed, to always keep you looking sharp.
We'll be discussing about our communication etiquette in our working place,
Yeah.
in an office rather. And now guys, we'll start by defining what is our communication.
Communication is basically defined as a way of passing information, a way of putting things across
Clearly,
from one department to another in a workplace, and basically a way of passing constructive information
yes.
across the company.
So guys, without further ado, we'll go direct to the first point, whereby you should determine the medium of communication. I'm a VP.
Yeah. You know, in the topic of the etiquette of in a workplace, it's something that many people tend to bypass. It's something that many people tend to, they bring their own social culture from their social life to the workplace, and in some cases your social life might not be exactly what is needed in your particular workspace. So that is why we take the liberty today of trying to explain to you at least one, two, three, maybe up to 10 things that we feel are quite professional and would work for almost every single office.
Yeah, and you know, in every maybe company or an office setup, there are medium of communication. Guys, how you communicate with your colleague, how you communicate with your boss. Maybe you can use maybe an email, maybe a text message. Maybe they use telephone communication. You call, you tell your boss what you want. Other
Mm,
offices, you can write an email. Or
mm,
in some other instances, there is no specific mode of communication.
yeah, and
So,
even if the conversation is a bit a quick thing, not something that means maybe in an office you want to update them on something that they told you to do. Maybe I feel even an SMS, a quick SMS would be a
yes,
good
if
thing.
if it's an instant
Mm,
maybe message, something which is self-explanatory,
yeah,
guys, you can just use maybe a text message
yeah,
and convey the information without much explanation.
yeah.
But in instances where you maybe want to update your colleagues on maybe a project on something which will need some clarification, you may even decide to use maybe a video call or email.
An email is in most cases taken to be a very official means of communication. This means if you are submitting documents, if you are submitting projects, if you are submitting analytics or anything else that you submit in your office that is supposed to be attached somewhere, maybe in a document. An email is what is globally determined as it is globally taken as the main professional medium of communication by most companies. So it's really good if you adapt that kind of communication if you are dealing with something very professional in your workplace. But if it's not something very professional, again it depends on what you're trying to communicate. If it's not something professional, it's a quick thing, you said use messages, it can be well, but if it's something that you need like an immediate response like here and now, then a phone call will do it.
Yes. So guys, this is our that is our first point. Determine the medium of communication, and this depends on whatever you want to communicate.
Yeah, now if we can go directly to the second point, we need to look at the formality level. You need to realize that different companies, different organizations outside here, they all have different levels of formality. There are some offices and some companies that act or behave like a military base, whereby everything is yes sir, yes sir. You need to put the word sir on everything. You need to put the title of the person, managing director. You need to put the title supervising director. If that is what is being done in your company, then you have no
You use the title.
alternative.
Some
Use
other
it.
offices, you will find that maybe even your boss doesn't want to be addressed like sir or boss.
Yeah.
He just wants you to use his name.
Some bosses are very
Mr.
casual.
Mutuma,
Mr. Mutuma,
kindly.
yeah, kindly do this and this for me. So some bosses are very casual.
Yes.
They don't take pride in basking themselves in the glory of titles and their level of operation in that particular company. So they tend to be very humble people. They tend to appreciate when you just use their original name.
So guys, up to the next point is that and adjust your tone. What do I mean, Mr. Mutuma, by saying that you should adjust your tone?
Adjusting your tone means that you need to be alive to the particular time that you're communicating and what you're basically talking about, because you cannot shout while giving a point to your boss.
Yes.
Like, hey, I want to say this and this. And come on.
Yes, and that way,
that's not a good tone.
When you adjust your tone, it will help to reduce misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And also, you can even use rewarding in your communication. Like for example, if you want maybe your boss to help you, instead of telling him maybe, can you help me fix this laptop? You can use words like,
I was hoping you can help me.
Or would you please? Would you please?
What that show that you are not on top of your boss.
And you are not in a marketplace.
You are not in a marketplace. You are in a workplace.
In workplace.
Remember, today we are talking about things that you should do during a workplace, the etiquette of a workplace. And guys, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do us a favor. If you feel that we are giving you quality content that will help you, hit that subscribe button so that you can continue growing our community, and we'll always be very thankful for you.
You should also use words like thank you to show gratitude. You don't have to, if someone has done something good for you in an office setup, you should at least say thank you. It's not, you don't take everything for granted. You want your colleague to pass a cup of tea, just kindly, can you
pass me the cup?
Yes,
I don't say, well, when they do it, have some gratitude and thank them. It's not a must for them to do it. We are
someone is cooking
about,
for you tea or lunch in the office, and then you feel entitled.
Pass me the salt. Pass me the salt.
Can you please? Can I ask?
Yes. There is no laws in being kind. Instead, it's again to you, because people see you as a nice person. Remember, today we are talking about things that you should do, the etiquette, particularly in the workplace, how you as a colleague, as a work person in that particular work environment should talk to your supervisors, how you should be communicating to your colleagues, and in greater lengths, how you should be talking to your clients. In our other points, as we proceed, we need you to being respectful, particularly during a phone call. Now, what do we mean during a phone call? Now, assuming you have received a phone call from your boss, what type of language should you use during that particular phone call?
You should use a language which is a bit even official, casual, and
official, has a certain balance depending on what you are talking about. You should also have very good listening skills.
Yes.
You cannot keep telling your boss as in, can you repeat? Can you repeat?
Not just this.
It's up to you to listen what they are saying.
And not just receiving and call and say, hello, VP bossy. No.
Yeah, you need to
be a bit official.
A bit official with your boss.
Yes.
And if they are talking about things that are particularly during that resonate with your business or resonate with your work, you can keep the instructions.
Yes.
It's always good to take down notes. And quite a lot of information is passed through. I do not want to miss anything. Like they tell you do something, and when they come in to check on you, they mean that you will not do it, and then start telling them that it's not here, and start giving all level of excuses as to you have not done what you have not done. The bottom line is that you have not done it.
Yeah, so that means you can even have your pen and maybe a notebook
and put down some
put
notes.
down some points
Yeah.
as your boss or as your colleague is speaking.
Assuming your boss is calling you, and or someone else in your organization is calling you, and they want to make someone else is there, and this person is a bit involved in the communications that the boss is trying to deliver. Probably our colleague that we're working on a certain project, and the boss is giving instructions pertaining that particular project. Now, it's good that that person listens to the conversation, yeah? But then it's good that on the other side, you don't just throw your boss or whoever is speaking to you on speaker mode, just like that, without their consent.
I think that's a very good point.
It's a
Guys, you
point.
know how it feels when someone puts you on a loudspeaker and you are not aware.
Yeah, and then there are like 5 more people or 10 more people there listening, and then you have to hear them on the background, like talking and communicating and discussing what you have said, and you had no idea if these people are listening.
You end up even giving the secrets of your organization.
Yeah, you might be giving some rogue secrets here and there of the organization, maybe by backbiting the CEO. And someone hears that, and it's your fault because you did not inform them that they were on speakerphone.
And you know, even in the office place,
those guys will always be there.
They'll be there. You just call someone, even before saying what you want.
Yeah.
She'll start asking or saying or telling, "Did you see our boss today? He is wearing this and this and this." So you can imagine what embarrassment can cause when you are on a loudspeaker.
Yeah. So I always make sure that you ask these people and you tell them that, hey, Mr. This and this, I am about to put you on speakerphone. You need to realize that you're on speakerphone, because they need to know, so that they can give you their consent, so that whatever they say from here going forward, they need to realize that they are being listened.
Everyone was listening.
Yeah, by another set of different sets of ears, and this information can go anywhere. Yes. Don't put them in a very tight situation.
On to the next point. Guys, when you want to pass an information or you want to communicate with your colleagues, consider timing. Some people, you will have some people in the office, for example, you'll have some people in the office the whole day, they didn't communicate, and then at the middle of the night, they call you asking you if you remember to log out your laptop. Consider the timing.
The timing is very important.
It's very important.
I am out of office as long as it's dark. That's my own particular time with my family, with the other half of me. We might be particularly involved in a very strenuous activity of manufacturing babies, and you are here trying to call me and disturbing this particular moment that I am very much engaged in. It is not a good. It is not a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
I am a father. I am a husband. So I am not a boss.
Yes.
But if you have to call me at some point, you just have to call me. Please make sure that you are very little on timing, because people just don't like calls.
And also, guys, even in instances whereby you want to call someone, say who is in another office, but you are in the same organization, or communicate something to him, you need to at least ask which is the best time to call, or maybe to text.
Yeah. They need to tell you, like, I can receive calls from this time to this time.
Yes.
But most people don't receive calls.
Maybe in the afternoon I'll be in a meeting.
Yeah.
So don't call.
And if you ever call someone, this one is not it is not something that people need to be told, especially talking about etiquette during in our workplace, my friend. If you call me once and I don't pick up your phone, please don't call me twice. Don't call me thrice. Don't call me 4 times. Stop being nagging. I will already see that one missed call, and I'll call you back. If the person wants to speak to you, they will call you back. If they don't want to speak to you, they just not call you back. It's as simple as that.
But now most of us, they call you 10 times, then they write 10 messages.
Call 10 times,
then
and
5
10
flashbacks.
messages and 10 flashbacks. Did someone die? Just call me once, and I will appreciate. The next thing that you guys need to look at when looking at etiquette in our place, and what you should do and what you should not do, is being very conscious and being very thorough in your communication, in your writing, in whatever you do.
Yes.
Make sure that you give credible information. Make sure that whatever information you are giving is packed with
Yes.
everything that is needed.
Use a very simple language. You can even give your colleague the email to read and see if it's clear to the point.
Yeah.
And this helps to reduce follow-ups.
Yeah.
Because if you send me an email which is not clear, definitely I'll call you. I'll ask you what are you trying to say here? What do you mean?
For follow-ups.
For follow-ups.
For clarification.
Yes.
Of which you're supposed to have clarified whatever you're supposed to do, because you're supposed to attack whatever information that you need, whatever point that you need to put across, you're supposed to attack it to its full potential.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to understand that I should not ask any other question.
Be clear to the point.
Be clear to the point. Let's give you simple points that you can use and simple things that you can do. Make sure that you arrange your work in terms of headings and subheadings. The important points can come at the top of your document. If you're submitting a document, let it be arranged in certain types of subheadings. And then the less important points, or the what we normally call in our place the add-ons. The add-ons to the conversation can basically come in the final places.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guys, on to the next point. Practice proper video call etiquette, whereby before you do video calling, make sure you test your audio and the video capabilities. You know, when you have not tested your audio, you have not tested your video, and now the meeting has started, your camera is not working.
Yeah, you start hearing people. Like, I remember, let me just give you an example. I was holding the other day, I think it was like a week ago, I was holding a virtual meeting on Zoom with a client of mine in US. For the client resides in New York. So this particular client, I made the mistake of forgetting to check my audio, to check my record system. So the client was there, and then I was speaking, and the client could not hear me, and they could see my mouth moving like this. And then the client was forced to start using sign language, which he has no idea of, and he was like, and then I realized that my systems were not working.
It's always very good to check on your audio and your video capabilities before you start a video call meeting or communicating in your office. Also guys, another important point in the same under that video etiquette, remember to mute your microphone after you finished talking, because if you don't mute your microphone, you will interrupt your colleagues.
Yeah, and if someone is speaking on the background, then they produce what we call background noise.
Yes. As
you proceed, remember to subscribe, because we need you to listen to the next videos, because they are always packed with helpful knowledge. If you are submitting a document, please remember to proofread, edit, and reread your document, because you don't trust me. The worst thing that you can do, especially in documents like presentations, you don't want to put up a presentations in the boardroom whereby you are presenting your business idea to a certain investors, and then the idea itself, the document itself has grammatical errors, yes, has punctuational errors, has sentence structure errors, the syntax are all wrong, the arrangement is all weird, and basically these people start wondering if you can really manage what you are saying you will manage. Yeah, so guys, as Pius is saying, just make sure you edit your messages before you send. At least go through whatever you have written, make sure everything is okay, then you send. You can even give your colleague, let her go through the message. Give someone else. Make sure everything is okay. Because even these text messages we communicate with nowadays, you may be sending a message to your boss using the phone, and you know the phone's autocorrect. Yeah. So you may end up even sending an insult to your boss. On to the next point, constructively criticize. Kindly criticize your colleagues positively. When your colleague has done something small mistake and you criticize her openly in front of everyone. Not said that it seems more of an accusation. Yes. rather than a positive criticism.
So for me, I think you should at least call your colleague,
Of a
talk
private
to him or
session,
her privately.
yeah, and tell them that probably through your suggestions and tell them what the little have done.
Yes.
And even if you're the boss, you don't have to get in an office with a whole of employees and then start going up on top of the people and start telling them that you guys did not do this, you guys made a mistake here, you guys are stupid, you guys are not productive for this company. Come on, don't be a boss, be a leader.
Acknowledge the effort
Yeah.
first before you give your maybe your opinion on what you feel like has not been done.
Now, we also need to look at the point of whereby some people don't really acknowledge others. Then you want to glorify yourself and bask yourself in that particular
You
glory
want to take
alone.
all the
You
credit,
want to take the credit and deny your team the other because they cheated you.
and you clearly know that you are not the only person who did that project.
You know that you did not pull this alone. You know that you are the team behind the technical
Just acknowledge
support,
your
writers,
colleagues
content creators.
in the task.
Make sure you acknowledge them. They also need to feel important. They also need to feel as if they did something good. If you don't do that the next time you come to them, you might not do as a good task as they did in the last time.
So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Kindly do not forget to subscribe, like, share, comment.
And hit that notification bell. You need to subscribe.
Bye guys.
Mugeni.